Hey, chickadees, I'm Blade Rooster. You're in the hen house. This is not the patch notes. These are the patch notes, but let's talk about grading this Assimilation patch 50 arc. I've been talking about it on a couple of streams, so check out the Twitch and come join me over there. But I did want to talk about my grade for the arc, and after getting a lot of your feedback from the different streams that we've had, I do appreciate y'all sharing your thoughts with me over the various Twitch streams and everything. Check out the links for Twitch and Discord as well below. So let's look at this. This is the one, the patch notes. We've got Fleet Command, we've got Borg solo armadas, we have some missions, we have some officers, we've got new grinds. Let's all talk about it and get down to it. Now, as we start to look, wasn't sure how long this video would be, so I thought I'd go ahead and make it and give it. But let's talk about my ultimate grade overall for this arc. I'm going to give it a B-. B-. There you go. You know what you think down below. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. There you go. So B-. What's up with that? Let's see. Let's talk about it. So we'll scroll down. I just wanted to show some of the things that are coming with it. We can talk about. Okay, Fleet Commanders here. So I have my Fleet Commanders video, which is down below in the history on YouTube. You can find that. I'm a big fan of the Fleet Commanders. I think they're a great addition. It's a nice new mechanic. I think it's something that I'll enjoy using and will be helpful. As you saw in my other videos, I went ahead and got all 3 of the Fleet Commanders. But one thing just to knock the Fleet Commanders is, of course, the bottleneck of the command center. That is a ding again because it just made it hard for us to get up there without spending money on command center parts. You couldn't really do it, even if you spent money on the Fleet Commanders themselves. So to me, that's a negative. I was not about to spend on the parts, but I did want to unlock the Fleet Commanders, which did help me with the events. And I think I'll enjoy having them and swapping them out. So the Fleet Commanders themselves is an A mechanic material as far as I'm concerned, but obviously I'm giving it some dings, and I think the whole arc results in something less than an A for sure if I'm giving it a B-. Okay, looking at next, it says what? Borg solo armadas. All right, we were already familiar with the new mechanic of solo armadas through the Jem'Hadar solo armadas. So I don't have a problem with the solo armadas themselves. They're fine. You need to do the solo armadas in order to further promote your fleet commanders, which okay, it's more of a grind. Now, one of the things for the issues about this is you need to be level 35 just to start doing Borg solo armadas. So that's how to more fully engage in the fleet commanders. Fleet commanders you can start at level 15, but you need to be 35 to begin the Borg solo armadas. And they don't have as good a pitch. When I start doing like the 41s, then I got to jump to 46s. That's a big step. So not as good. I have to keep turning on streamer mode, so Discord pings won't be coming up in all the videos. Anyway, so you can start the solo armadas at 35, and you really are just getting started, and you need that grind. However, in order to do everything and to do the Borg solo armadas, you've got to grind those Borg probes like you've never done before. Now, I know we're hearing that there's a much smaller percentage of people with max Vidars, apparently, according to Echo reporting that, than what I would have thought, and I imagine what most of us thought, but let me know your thoughts down below about that. So maybe many people were either grinding or not, but I tell you, the grind is real, and we didn't need another grind. We already have the Mantis grind. That's a daily thing. The Jem'Hadar, that's near daily. Your solo armadas, now your Borg solo armadas, and your Borg grind added on top of all the other grinds that we have. So screen time definitely going up, and I think that's in a negative. So that is definitely a negative knock. The Borg solo armadas themselves are okay. It is a bummer that the Defiant doesn't also help with the Borg solo armadas, because we already have it and need to level it up for the Jem'Hadar solo armadas. That's what's making me lean towards thinking we're getting a Vidar A coming soon, maybe in the next part. I don't know. Supposedly, Scopely is saying that with the next part of this Assimilation arc, we're going to get a reduction in the Borg grind. We got that loot bonus, which I can run one, I can fill things faster, yes, on my Borg, but I still have to do it, and I wasn't doing it as much if I could get away with it. Now I got to do more and stay on top of it along with everything else. So that's a big knock on it. I think one of the things we'll be seeing is, does part 2 of this arc actually decrease the grind that is pretty annoying right now? That may help how we feel about Borg solo armada grind and the loot grind for that at all. But let me know your thoughts. We will see. Now, new officers coming in. So, got Galinar, who's helping a little bit with the loot grind and the Actian Apex. I wish Galinar helped with all Actian hostiles and not just the Apex, because we're already all scrambling and fighting over the Apex anyway. So now it's just even more reason to fight over things we were already fighting on. Broaden it out, and then we can farm all of them a little better. That would have helped. Now, Hugh. Hugh is a great officer. Everybody who's got him is telling me he's great, and that's part of the key. Everyone who's got him. Not that easy to get. I was in the SLBs. We started with the cross-server SLB that paid out at a restricted level that was normal for a normal SLB, and but you had to fight twice as hard. That was no bueno, Scopely, so that's no good. They did change it to SLBs the next 2 weeks of the iteration, which that was helpful. I kept placing, never placing super high, but trying to chip away. I even spent a little here and there to try to get a little bit more Hue. I still don't have Hue unlocked. There was no SMS for Hue. They think it's because he's available through the board grind, but that is a nasty little grind that takes a lot of time and a lot of grinding of board. So no, that's not good. Where a lot of people, myself included, had a harder time unlocking Hue. And if you've got him, good on you, and enjoy him. I'm sure I'll get him eventually, but really can't be messing us over and not giving us the SMS on top. That's more normal. If we had SMSs 3 weeks in a row, I'm sure I would have unlocked him. And that just seems like a big middle finger from Scopely to the players who are trying to get through here and grind as little as we can while accepting what we've got to do. So again, new officers, good. The screwing with the cross server and the lack of the SMS, bad. So every time I have a good thing, we seem to have to take something down from Scopely on that. Now, new missions. I bring this up because, well, there's always new missions and I usually don't care. Some of that was fun, well written, that's fine. And they should always put some effort into that. And I know they don't always do it, but so thanks for doing that. But the point that I did want to bring is that for once in the events, they took advantage of the idea of saying people who don't have the Vidar, people who are lower level, that way they had some events that could work during the arc. So they weren't excluded if you were under 35 and if you were under having a Vidar, so that you could participate, because of a lot of Vidar heavy activities. So I liked that they had that. Every arc should include stuff down there at least to like the 15s. And honestly, you could include it even lower just so there's some basic hostile grinding so people can participate in the arcs. And eventually they'll move upward. I know that's one of the reasons I don't play my Forever 14 much at all, is because there's like nothing to do when there are arcs going on. So it's pretty darn boring. So I do shout out for them giving that and allowing lower level players to do it. If you were lower level, what was your experience like? Please let me know down below in the comments. So we sum up with really good fleet commanders that were bottlenecked by a command center. A decent Borg solo armada grind that includes an increasing amount of stupendous grind on the Borg probes, which I was hoping was behind us. New officers that are pretty good and that you want to get, but yet screwing with us with the XSLB and the lack of SMS, so that the sourcing was worse than it should have been, in all truth. And then some new missions that helped us out, but are available for lower level people. Include them. So positives. So I liked it, but there's a lot of stuff that it seems like Scopely continues to have good ideas some of the time and then fails in the execution and the follow through. So that's where we were. Another issue, not an issue, a prop. Not a ton of bugs. It actually seemed to work without crashing the game, which for Scopely is a positive. So I'm giving them that, but that's why we're giving them that grade of a B-. Pretty good. They need to work on their execution. They need to work on their fairness and equity across the game for different ops levels. Let me know what you think. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can catch the next video. We got another arc coming, and we're going to rate how well this whole Assimilation arc is going based on what's going on with that and how well that comes off. We will see. Hopefully we will have a relatively bug-free experience, and we'll see what goes on. Don't get me started on incursions. You guys take care. CockADoodle do.